Bullseye.
Right, let's crack on with round 2 action, shall we? It is just me in the commentary box because Chris Murphy has gone for his scheduled gravy break. It's something we have to figure into his working day nowadays. I don't really understand it, but it's health and safety or something, I don't know. But Chris Dobey, Andy Boulton is the game he's missing out on. Chris Dobey, the reigning Masters champion, of course, a Premier League player nowadays. Andy Boulton denying Gary Anderson. Anderson, very, very interesting. All the way through last year, he was playing in these events. Ended up right near the top of the averages list. Didn't win many games. Not as many as a bloke averaging 96, 97 for the year should have done. Well, this year, it's starting off in a similar fashion.
140.
You would think he can't keep playing this well and not winning games. But we shall see. However, he's not here. Andy Boulton is.
58.
And this sees these two resume hostilities. It's an 8th meeting between the pair, and Andy Boulton has won 4 out of the 7 previous ones. But Dobey has won the last 3 on the spin.
82. $59.
Part of the same management stable nowadays, these two. Chris Dobey having moved over to join that little group of players.
140.
That includes Nathan Aspinall. Leaves himself on a potential 14 data.
100.
No need to go double-double here. So double 12 will do the job.
Game shot.
Yeah, very nicely done by Dobey. 15 data holds his throw. Winner of this one faces either Adam Smith-Neal or Martin Schindler. Very different characters.
59.
Martin Schindler, a player who perhaps hasn't started the year as he would have liked after being brilliant all the way through last year. We do have second round games underway around various boards. Gabriel Clemens, yesterday's finalist, 2 apiece with Keane Barry. James Wade looking to follow up an excellent first round win. He's taken on Matt Campbell, a semi-finalist yesterday. Simon Whitlock, already a finalist on this year's Pro Tour. 3-1 up on Darren Webster.
58.
And Jim Williams versus Neil Zonneveld, 2 players we saw on the other streaming board already today. Jim Williams 3-0 up in that one. Yesterday's champion, Kim Hybrex, just about to get going on board 10 against the Diamond Ian White. Ian White, some encouraging signs from him at the start of this year. Ian White, a former teammate of Andy Boulton. That
80.
Cheshire team back in the day that had all sorts of big name players. Another in there gets Dobey to a finish. That's exactly what he does.
$97.
60-60 Bull for 2-0.
$90.
Lovely.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely beautiful checkout from Andy Boulton. And like that one on Twitter, 1 apiece.
$46. $140. 85. $140.
Looks like he might carve out an opportunity in this leg, Andy Boulton. He's such a dangerous player. He is the definition
125
of a sort of journeyman professional darts player, which sounds like a criticism or an insult, but it's not. The fact that he's been around for so long and he's always got these brilliant performances in him.
57.
He hasn't done it enough to get in all the big TV events, but the fact that despite that, he's still here, still doing his thing, still capable of going on deep runs in these events.
99.
And we've seen him do it on stages on the Euro Tour as well. All right, still hasn't won a title, hasn't found himself in finals even. But he's still here. Kind of speaks to his willingness to compete. And also at a certain level of consistency, or at least a level of quality.
58.
And he has got enough quality in this leg to get some darts for it. That's only just in the 7.
7.
Sticks 2 just outside the double 16. Big chance goes begging. He does like double 14, Chris Dobey. Yeah, he's the new Mensah. He doesn't leave it as often as Mensah, but he's very, very willing to leave it. Leaves on 88, obviously. 85, he leaves it a lot. And he does seem to pin it an awful lot.
93.
I'm sure there'll be some stats folks out there that will tell me that he's actually dreadful at double 14 and there are other players that are better, but it does seem to have stuck in my head in recent weeks that Chris Dobey and double 14 seems to be a match made in heaven. And ultimately 59. What's stuck in my head is what you have to listen to, because I'm the one with the microphone. Jules van Dongen's won his opening game. The American, the Dutch Dragon, has come through. As Dobey produces the first maximum of this one.
$99.
Oh, this is magnificent from Chris Dobey. 6 perfect darts, 180, 171. Could be a 10-darter for Hollywood.
94. Game shot.
That's exactly what he's got. Wonderful stuff. He was in danger of being broken in the last leg, survived a couple of darts, took out that 88 finish, no bother at all. And then a 10-dart leg from Dobey sees him 3-1 up.
57.
10 darts is always going to catapult your average north, but it means that he is now averaging around about that ton mark. Jim Williams continues to play well. He's 5-1 up on Niels Zonneveld, who for the second day running, it looks like Niels Zonneveld is going to go and average 104, and then immediately in his next game doesn't even average 80. Bizarre for that to happen twice in 2 days. Beat Rob Cross with one of his best ever displays yesterday, then went out in the next round with a 79 average. He's currently averaging 78 and 5-1 down to Jim Williams, having averaged close to 104 in his opening match. Adrian Lewis is averaging 110. Jackpot, 5-0 up on Joe Mernon.
42. $58.
Well, in the last leg, Chris Dobey had thrown 9 darts and he was on 16. In this leg, he's thrown 9 darts and he is fully 330 points further back.
$96. $180.
First max for X Factor.
140.
Now, is he as good on double 14 as Chris Dobey is?
Game shot.
Yes. In fact, he was better. It was more in the middle. Break back immediately. 3-2. Jim Williams has completed victory against Zigzag Zonnevel, the 6-1 win. So Jim Williams through to round 3, the board final. In fact, he is the first player through to round 3.
134. $57. $100. $96.
Simon Whitlock, the next player through to round 3, a 6-2 victory over Darren Webster, the Demolition Man. But in this one, it's Andy Boulton, who's having a little spell here, having gone 3-1 down to that 10-darter and a breaker throw. X Factor looked like he was in trouble.
92.
But Chris Dobey has dropped off significantly, and Andy Boulton has stepped things up. This for an 11-darter.
Game shot.
Magnificent. Really, really good from Andy Boulton. 3 apiece, and all of a sudden he's averaging 99, and Chris Dobey is dropped down to 95. Dobey hits back. The ebbs and flows of this one.
96.
Yesterday's beaten finalist Gabriel Clemens in a last leg decider with Keen Barry in a game where neither of them have really hit the heights. Krzysztof Ratajski, it's another indication that the Polish Eagle might be getting back to his best. He's 4-2 up on Lee Evans and averaging 103.5. Same average, actually, that Daryl Gurney's thrown against Richard Vainstra. He's good enough for a 4-0 lead in that
44.
one. Some Belgians in action in round 2 at the minute. Robbie Knops, I'm reliably informed today, that's how you say his name, rather than Knops, which is 63. What I was saying all yesterday. 1 apiece from Matters Rasma. Kim Hybrex, yesterday's winner, 2 apiece with Ian White. Chris Dobey, a very frustrating visit there of 63. Means he's not on a finish, but it's not really a problem because Boulton can't leave one anyway. Then he can go to the bullseye.
62.
Yeah, anything sort of 61 to 65. You can start incorporating the bull to score shots like that, to leave you on 2 darters, 100 or 97, 96. Well, is he going to go treble 19, double 14? I think he will. Yeah, because he likes double 14. And again, he uses the bullseye
59.
To give him a choice of doubles when he returns. But Andy Boulton could nick this leg away. Nice safe one in the 16s. He got the weight of dart right. He could not get the line right.
Nine scored.
2 darts missed by Dobey, and Andy Boulton could be going into the lead for the first time here. He was 3-1 down. But he leads 4-3. And the wily old dog Andy Boulton is getting the better of Premier League star Chris Dobey at the moment. Well, there we see Chris Dobey has checked out 92 on double 12, 88 on double 14, and checked out 16 on double 8, all first dart. Then he got 2 darts at double 16 for that 41, couldn't take him, and Andy Boulton was there to pick up the pieces.
81. $137.
Matt Campbell, the Canadian semi-finalist yesterday, is averaging close to 103, but he's 5-4 down to James Wade, who's averaging 93. Some serious wading going on in that game, I should wager.
180.
A third 180 for Chris Dobey. Battling to stay in this one. All it's done is pretty much get him back in the leg, though. Not giving him any real advantage. Boulton should get to a finish.
100.
It's not the finish he wanted. He wanted another treble there to get to 1-2-4. 1040 for Dobey. Might swing it his way. Oh, look at that.
140.
Such a lovely throw-in action. Metronomic. Treble 18 and bull. Can't take out the sensational 164.
96.
But knocks a chunk out of it. Beautiful dart. Long way off that.
90.
Well, he hit his first 3 darts at double. He has missed his next 4, Chris Dobey. 2 darts to win the last leg. 2 darts to win this leg. He could lose them both. And he could then lose the match.
36.
But it's a let-off from Andy Boulton. Double 5 is there. The little double drought for Dobey is over. It is a breaker throw. He levels again. 4 apiece. Chris Dobey back in charge of the match. Mid-90s averages for the pair of them. Very, very tight.
60. $59.
Ratajski has completed victory, averaging 101. 6-2 win over Lee Evans. Another one of those chalk enthusiasts that we have in the sport. So
140.
Lord knows what state that board is in after 8 legs of that.
$100.
James Wade has beaten Matt Campbell despite averaging 9 points less than him. He's won it 6-4. Haven't seen the game, don't really know how it panned out, but I would imagine James Wade was taking out a lot of checkouts under severe pressure. 180 number 4 for Chris Dobey, and is he starting to turn the screw here? He was in trouble. Lost 3 legs on the spin, trailed in this match. But a missed dart for 5-3 for Andy Boulton has just opened the door, and Dobey is looking to race through it. Oh, double 8 for a 12-darter. Yeah, wonderful. It's another little spell of 6 perfect darts from Chris Dobey there. 180 to set it up. 1-2-1 finish the fancy way.
$140. $140. $140.
Andy Boulton looking to force a last leg decider. Back-to-back ton 40s. Dobey hoping to match him now.
100.
Doesn't quite. Grimace from the Geordie at missing that final dart.
100.
Leaves the 1-2-1 that Dobey has just taken out for a 12-darter.
$55.
Well, it doesn't need to go on the bullseye route, so he may go a similar route to Chris Dobey. He's just going to stay up on the 20s.
Yep. 85.
elects to leave double 18.
$134. Game shot.
We're going the distance. It's an excellent 13-dart leg to hold throw for Andy Boulton. Chris Dobey has the darts in a last leg decider. They're both averaging 98. Andy Boulton is putting the Premier League player through his paces.
80. $119.
The early jabs Boulton gets the better of in this deciding leg.
59.
And he's in a great position here. Looking for a 5th career victory against Chris Dobey.
60.
Comes up dry in search of a treble.
$43.
Well, well, well. Could this get a bit nervy?
$100.
He's missing segments entirely. That's a great recovery with the second dart. It's not bad. There's only 4 points between them, but Andy Boulton has effectively stolen the darts here. Great visit. Andy Boulton should get a match dart. It may only be one at the bull.
83.
Dobey will be hoping to get a dart at the bull at the end of his next visit, if he's allowed back to the board, because Andy Boulton could win it right now. And Premier League player Chris Dobey is out of Players' Championship 4. Andy Boulton in a seesaw game. He trailed 3-1, led 4-3, trailed 5-4 and took the last 2 legs. Andy Boulton, X-Factor, gets the job done. Books his place in the board final where Martin Schindler or Adam Smith kneel away. Very few darts missed at double in that game. Pretty high quality as well. But Andy Boulton just nicks it.